Hi there, welcome to the Nomadic Owl Oracle. This is going to be the sign Gemini's read for the month of February 2019. I do apologize for getting this out so late. I have been sick. Also, I was snowed in for almost a week due to the weather in my area and had a lot of issues going on at that time. So I apologize, guys, but this is going to be a general reading for the month of February 2019. Now, please keep in mind, guys, that my readings are fluid in timing. So that means it could apply during the month of February, prior to, or after to. If you're watching this and it resonates, then the messages are for you at that time. With it being a general reading, it is not going to be focused on love, romance, finances, career, anything such as that. It is a general read, and whatever it applies to in your life is what it is going to reflect to you at that time when you watch this. Another thing to keep in mind is I do my readings in energy, not based on specific sexes. So, for example, if it shows a male on the card and you're a female, it could be for you. Don't put any prejudices and any stipulations on the cards. It's just general energy. If it doesn't resonate for you, please keep in mind that this is for sun, moon, and rising signs, which means that it could apply to all three. It could apply to one or none, okay? So if this doesn't resonate, please check out your sun, moon, and rising sign. You can find those on cafeastrology.com or on Google. Another thing I want to point out, guys, before I get started is I do cuss at times. So you might hear me cussing during this reading. If that is not something that you're okay with, I would strongly suggest clicking off, because I want to be my true self while I'm doing this reading. I want to talk to you like I would talk to my friends and be real with you. I feel like for the best read, that is what I like to do. Another thing I like to tell you in advance is that if you would like a personal reading, please feel free to contact me. This is not going to apply to everybody, so keep that in mind when you watch these videos. I also like to pre-shuffle the cards and have those ready prior to the reading, so that way I'm not sitting on camera for 20 freaking minutes shuffling some cards. Me personally, I don't like that, so that's why I tried to eliminate that from my readings. So, guys, for the month of February, or for this read that we have, the first overall vibe that you have for the month is the Acromant Baldo Mermaid. I'm trying to get it where there's not a glare. So this card talks about all the things that might be attached to somebody. You see her, she's beautiful, and you know, she's on the outside, she's beautiful, but inside she has all these things attached to her. It could be relationships, feelings, you know, different things that might be weighing her down. So for example, a real case that I would like to give you would be like somebody that carries multiple bags all the time and has all this shit in their bags. And you're like, dude, why are you carrying all that? You only need like one bag with a couple of things. That would be this person. They're carrying all this baggage around with them, and they're worried about how people are seeing them in the moment. And they're not focused on what they actually are, who they actually are. They're more focused on, oh, I don't want people to know about me feeling this way. Oh, I don't want people to know about I did this, or whatever the case may be. The second overall energy that you have for the month is the Mermaid with the Pink Lotus. Ooh, excuse me, guys. The Mermaid with the Pink Lotus. So this card is talking about being completely stressed out, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you are just like, you have too much going on and you need a break from reality. You need a break from everything that's going on, and you're trying to breathe. You're trying to figure out how to move forward in a situation. What it's asking you to do is take some time out to yourself to relax before you move forward. So for the actual interpretations during the month, you know, what you have going on is Time and Tide, which is oceanic spells and rituals. So this is your advice. What it's saying to you guys is you need to spend more time trying to let go of things that aren't serving you, trying to cleanse yourself, cleanse your environment, maybe take hot baths, maybe go swimming, go and sit by a body of water, go and be out in nature to try to purify and ground yourself, to release all this stress, all this worry, all this anxiety that you have going on, all this self-doubt. This second card that you have as a clarifier is visions. It says psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing out of body travel. So with this card, what it's talking about, guys, is, you know, you're at a period right now in your life where you're going to start seeing things. You're going to hear things. You're going to know things. You might be having dreams. You might be having visions of things that might have happened or will happen in the future. And it might be kind of freaking you out. But it's saying to trust the moon and the phases of the moon, to know that it's leading you in the right direction, that you are going to be divinely guided by your angels, ancestors, and creator to get you to where you need to be, to tell you what steps you need to take to relieve all this anxiety and stress and pressure that you're currently feeling. The next card that you have is the crane bag, and it says for sacred ocean, medicine, clutter, declutter, and choice. So this card is in the reverse, guys. It is talking about you're carrying too much shit with you. You're carrying too much from your past, too much weight on yourself. You are not letting go and releasing the things that you need to let go of and release at this time. So, you know, if something is not serving you, if it is not for your highest good, if it is not helping you, then now is the time to release that. That could be like actual items that are tangible that you can touch and feel. Or, I'm sorry, you see my cat, Ayana, in the background, and Maya's over here sleeping on the bed. So it's talking about, you know, realizing the things that you're carrying that you no longer need to carry, the feelings that you're holding on to that you no longer need to feel. It's time to move past that. It's time to let that go. Whether you want to or not, you're going to have to. It's better that you let it go on your own instead of the universe forcing you to do it in a not so nice way. And then the last outcome card that you have is the soul cage, and it says rescue, escape from captivity, and restriction. So with this in the reverse, guys, what it's talking about is that things are slowly going to free you. So you're slowly going to start making the steps and taking the necessary direction that you need at this time to be able to release all this pressure, all this weight, all this anxiety, all this stress, all these feelings of doubt, all these, you know, negative things that you're putting on yourself that you shouldn't even have on yourself in the first place. Okay. I apologize. I have static and my hair is sticking to my face. So that's what it's saying to you. That's my intuitive take, guys. So like I normally do, what I'm going to do is read from the actual books, the meanings of these cards, because I do like to give you the most thorough read I possibly can. I like to be as helpful as I can. That is why I do these readings. So before I do that, I do want to show you what decks I'm using today. So the first deck that I'm using is the Myths and Mermaids Oracle of the Water. It's one of my favorite decks. And then I have the Oracle of the Mermaids. And the reason that I'm using these two decks this month is because of the fact it's the month of February, and mermaids represent love. Water represents, you know, feelings and emotions and love and things like that. So I figured that this would be a good two decks to use today, and that's why I'm doing that. So guys, for the first card, the Archman Boldo. Yeah, that's what it says. The Archman Boldo Mermaid. I apologize. It's a weird fucking name. Let's be real. Okay. So for that card, it says the meaning is sum of your parts. Lately, you've been experiencing feelings of self-depreciation. Maybe you've been studying your figure with a dissatisfied eye or bemoaning the size of your feet. You need to stop the hypercritical analyzing before you sink any lower. You are so much more than a collection of parts. Other people do not look at you through the lens of a microscope, and it's unhealthy to do so towards yourself. Concentrate instead on the beautiful person you are as a whole and treat yourself with love and affection. So it's saying, you know, stop being so fucking hard on yourself. Stop seeing yourself negatively. You're human. We're all human. And we all make mistakes. We all have things that we've went through that we're not proud of. We all have things that we have to move past. So stop criticizing yourself so much, because what it's doing to you is bringing you down lower and lower. And it might get to the point that you get really depressed, and it's going to be hard to get up out of that situation if you don't break the cycle now. So the second overall energy that you had was the mermaid with the pink lotus, guys. Okay. So she stands for, it says, make an effort to relax. Stop what you're doing and take a deep breath. It's time to relax. You are not selfish, and that can be a blessing. Helping loved ones is an important part of who you are, but sometimes it's okay to set aside your worries about others and take some time for yourself. Maybe you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Try not to let it wear you down. Instead, try these relaxation techniques to improve your health and your well-being. Number 1, close your eyes and imagine a personal paradise. What do you see, hear, and feel? Let yourself become engulfed in these sensations. Allow your breathing to become slow and even, and notice your energy flow throughout your body. This will help you feel refreshed and rejuvenated. Number 2, take a hint from our mermaid friend and let yourself be soothed by calming water. A walk near a beach or a lake, or a rest near a bubbling fountain can bring inner tranquility that you need at this time. Number 3, are you finding it difficult to relax? A change in environment can be most helpful in reducing stress. A short getaway for some pampering at a spa could be just what your body and mind need to chase away the stress that you currently have. So it's saying to spend more time pampering yourself, treating yourself, loving on yourself. Because if you're so overwhelmed and so weighed down, so weighed down by shit, you're not going to be able to help anybody, because all you're going to do is exhaust yourself and burn yourself out. So now's the time to focus on your energy and self-love. So guys, for the general field of things that are going to be happening during this month, the first one that you have was Time and Tide, and it stands for Oceanic Spells and Rituals, like I showed you a moment ago. There she is. So it's saying to you, it's time for a well-thought-through act of connection, a ritual or spell, with the realm of the merbeings, with the sea, and with her creature. When done with great formality and mindfulness, many acts can become magical and reconnect us to the sacred within us and outside of us. You may wish to ritually bathe in a tidal pool, which could be a naturally formed rock pool or a sacred bath time that you create for yourself. As you bathe in the sacred healing pool, allow the pool and the water to drain away anything that must be left behind for you so you can go forward again. To go on your own personal high tide at the change of tide. It says the saltwater crystals will drag through your auric layer, cleansing and clearing, leaving you feeling light and free, yet very present and clear. The warm waters of the tidal pool make them mermaidenly goddess pools of healing right on the seashore. It's the fluid of rebirth for you to be freed from. Or you may wish to create sandcastles or mandalas or sculptures near the tide lines. We can shape into the sand itself an energy field of tiny sparkling crystals, which are representations of what we wish to see taken away and cleared, or what we wish the sea mother to take into her cauldron and help you manifest. It may be time to work with ruins which have a great history of being drawn into the sand as messages to the great sea beings of all kinds. What is most important is that you act at this time. So guys, it's saying, like I was saying, take time out in nature. Take time to relax. Cleanse your energy. Release all this toxic shit that you have going on. If you can't go swimming where you are, I mean, it's fucking winter right now, so in the United States at least, you would not probably want to get in the water in most places. So take a hot bath. If you don't have a bathtub, take a shower. And as you're doing that, imagine all the weight, all the stress, all the things that are weighing you down being released from your body. Imagine yourself clear and free from that energy and pure again and whole again. That's what it's saying for you to focus on at this time. If you need help, it's asking you to call in your ancestors, the guides, and creator to help you with doing this, to help you get back on spot and get back on the path that you're supposed to be on at this time, guys. So for the second clarifier that you have was visions, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, and out-of-body travel. So with this card, guys, it is talking about, like I said, you're going to be seeing things. You're going to be hearing things. You're going to be knowing things. You might be having dreams. And it might be so pretty fucking weird, if you're not used to that kind of thing. When I first started having my visions, I was a kid, okay? And I used to deny it, and it used to scare shit out of me. And I didn't want to tell people about it because a lot of people didn't understand. But know that you're given these signs, these messages, these dreams for a reason. They are there to help you. That is your guides, your angels, your ancestors, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Excuse my language, but whatever you want to call them, that is them being there for you, trying to help you and lead you forward and show you what path you need to take. It is a warning. It is a sign by them. So don't dismiss those. It might seem crazy to other people and they may not understand it, but it's not their path to understand. This is for you. This is your path. So with this card, what it's saying to you guys is when you connect to the moon, you will feel more whole, connected and attuned to the cycles of the world. And the fears you may have had around certain issues will fade away. You will allow yourself to see your psychic vision, and you will speak of what you see, and it will not be considered to be freakish and unusual or merely fantasy. It will be trusted and allowed and explored by you and by others who you are close to at this time. These flashes will not come when you are asleep. It's saying they're not going to come while you're asleep. So they are not dreams. They will come even when your physical eyes are open. It is a matter of adjusting or having more than one kind of vision and accepting that this is an energetic truth. You will begin to understand and easily interpret these movies being made for you by the divine in alliance with your spirit eye. So even though it's saying you're not going to have them at nighttime, I'm still going to say you're probably having dreams also. I'm heavily picking up on that. There's a full moon in this card. The full moon is tomorrow. It's a Virgo full moon that is a super moon, so it's very powerful. It's a time to realize your worth. It's a time to let go of the things that are no longer serving you, the relationships, the situations that make you feel like you're not good enough. It's time to let those people, those situations, and those things go. Sorry guys, not trying to be preachy, but I'm just letting you know. If you don't believe me, look it up. Just saying. Okay, so the next clarifier that you have is the crane bag, and it stands for Sacred Ocean Medicine, Clutter, Declutter, and Choice. But remember, it was in the reverse, guys. So with this card being in the reverse, it's a little bit different than what it would normally be. So it's saying our pouches hold wallets, car keys, important papers, IDs. Yet do any of these truly say who we are? That is why the conscious creation of a crane bag can realign us with who we are at a soul level, rather than who we are according to our culture, which may not always be the most connected and truthful guide to our soul. For now, though, you may be absolutely unconscious of what you are literally carrying around with you. Physically, there is so much you are carrying in your pockets, in the drawers at your house, and in spare rooms, and so much of it is impacting on your energetic field and on your life. The mermaids would love you to take some time and be willing to let go and be willing to just contemplate for a moment that holding on without coming into awareness in a relationship is going to be a drain on your energy. Now is the time to clear, clean, let go, and reassemble. Let it have meaning. And if it no longer serves you, you must pass the blessing along. So if you have a bunch of shit at your house, literally, that you need to get rid of, it's time to go through it and get rid of it. If you're not using it and it's not helping you and it's not serving you, it's time to declutter. That can be, something that's in real life. It could be a relationship, like I said. It could be friendships. It could be all kinds of different things. You're going to know what this applies to when you watch this reading. If this reading resonates for you, then you will know exactly what the hell this is saying to you. This is not my reading. This is for you guys. So the last overall outcome that you are supposed to have for this month, it is saying, is the soul cage. But that's in the reverse, guys. So with this card being in the reverse, it's a little bit different than it would normally be, okay? I'm trying to get it where there's no glare. It's hard with these lights. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to figure out all the logistics of this shit, and it's really hard because I have the worst lighting in here, and it's dark because I had to work. So I apologize. So, and I'm sorry my cats are being crazy. So in the reverse, it says, if this card is reversed, the message can be quite subtle. It does not necessarily mean that you are free from the soul cage, but that perhaps you deny that there are any cages at all around or about you. So it's time for you to consider which of your values come from your heart and soul, and which have been given to you and adopted and no longer fit. Which dream may have you not lived? Which part of yourself is not free? This card, reverse, may also indicate that you see free in yourself as unrealistic and alternatively radical. The freedom from the soul cage does not mean to immediately run from your current life, but it does mean to, little by little, exchange change for wings, shackles for freedom, and to consider the role you have cast yourself in as a dutiful partner and the truths you tell yourself. You must only have one life partner. Changing your mind is bad. Everyone needs you to stay the same forever. They are not as true as your soul cage would have you to believe. Begin to rattle the bars, shake the cage, and begin the journey to your own life now. So it's saying to you, if you have a situation where you feel trapped, you might be in a relationship or in a job or a friendship or some kind of connection where you feel trapped and it's weighing you down, and you don't know what to do, and you feel like society thinks that you're supposed to have to do this, and you have to be this way, and you have to go about things in this order and all this bullshit. It's saying, no, this is your life. It's your time to focus on you and do what's right for you. Not everybody's going to understand that. Not everybody's going to be okay with that, because people make assumptions and they make ideas in their head of what they want you to be, who they want you to be, how they want you to act. It's your time to break free from that. That is the outcome that you have in this reading, is you're going to start taking steps to distance yourself from these things that are weighing you down. But it's your choice. We all, if I could talk, we all have free will. So it's up to you what you want to do with this. I will say again, guys, stop beating yourself up. Start loving on yourself more and spending more time to ground yourself and release this. Trust your intuition. Release all the baggage, all the shit that you don't need, things that are weighing you down, that are making you unhappy, that are making you feel just, like, damn, what the fuck do I do? It's time to let that go. Free yourself so you can bring in new and the happy things. If somebody or something is making you feel that you're unworthy, that you don't deserve them, that you're not a good person, it's time to move the fuck on. Let's be real. And that's a hard thing to say. It took me a long time. Believe me, I was married to a dude for 5.5 years, and he put me through some shit. It took me 5.5 years of going through a bunch of bullshit before I stood up for myself like this is saying you need to do. So guys, I hope that this helped you if it does resonate. If it doesn't, again, please check your sun, moon, and rising signs. Hopefully one of those will. If you would like a personal reading, please check me out on the Nomadic Owl Oracle on Facebook. You can send me a message on here or on there. And otherwise, I will see you guys in March. I hope you have a great rest of February. And again, I am so sorry that I was sick and I had all these other crazy things happening. Have a great day. Bye.